Continuous record. This is evidence we're recording. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey guys.
Hello. Hi. Good. It will start end one day.
Hi.
You know when mosquito is flying and you're not here.
How long
what
are
it
you? Did you know
sounded
this
like.
is a skill?
How long
Like
did
this
you
I
do
just
it?
did. How
You
long
did it
was it?
for 25 seconds.
That's a lie. It's more than that.
No. This is 34 seconds right now, and we did Hey Guys first.
So how long can you do your own? Don't
Doesn't
do it now.
matter.
I don't care. But
I'm not even going to do
obviously,
it, like,
you cannot do
because
more than 10 seconds.
we can't be
I've never
disturbing the
wondered
ears
how
of the
long you can go
viewers.
like when they are singing in church and then in the last part of the song they're not
I
doing
cannot go far at all. Because even while we are still singing the song, my voice has already started cracking.
I don't understand what you use your own voice to do. Every time your voice is always cracking.
No. Ask God. God is the one that gave me this voice.
He gave you a talent. You just did not develop it. Please don't blame him.
No, it's not
Don't
everybody.
blame
I
him
can
for
sing,
it.
but I can't sing.
No, you can't sing. Don't worry.
No, I can sing. Like I can
Sing for
physically
yourself.
I can sing.
Like you can,
But
something will come out from your mouth.
What the standard of the world cause talent for singing?
Oh my god.
The world tells me I can't, but you know what God says.
Okay.
There is
bro.
nothing that is impossible with him.
Hey guys,
So,
welcome
Ebun,
to
don't
another
ignore me.
episode.
Don't ignore me. The world might say I cannot sing, but God knows I can sing. And I have talent. So yes, thank you, Jesus.
Okay.
So welcome to
Hey
another
guys,
episode.
welcome to another episode of Girls Glasses God podcast. Woo!
I feel like I'm not hearing myself.
I don't know why. Today I've just been screaming. I don't know why. And I've been doing that thing where anytime I'm responding to something, I'll sing it. So if I say thank you, I'll say thank you. Even at work, I don't know.
What do your colleagues say when you do that today?
Nothing. It's fun.
Oh.
I'm bringing in my authentic self to work. Oh my god.
You know, it's because you can partially sing. If you cannot sing and you say thank you.
What do you mean
They
partially?
just look at you like,
What does partially
you say, who
mean?
is this one? You're trying your hardest. I have
Hi
to just
guys.
give you kudos for that.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all our mothers out there. All
Potential
our
mothers.
potential mothers.
Kinetic mothers.
Aspiring
Kinetic
mothers.
mothers. Everybody that
Our
is a
motherly
mother
figure.
figure. Yeah. Everyone that is a mother figure.
Happy Mother's Day. I hope you bought your mom something, or your wife and your sisters.
Apart from flowers, what else days to give them?
As in,
Breakfast in bed, but today is Sunday, so maybe not breakfast in bed, maybe breakfast.
I hope it's not just card you put,
Dinner in
because I feel like
bed.
people are tired of card. They just write Happy Mother's. But if you write
actually write
a
something thoughtful,
personalized note,
yeah.
I love personalized notes. By the way,
So the way you say that, if
Just
whoever wants to give
FYI.
you Mother's Day gift,
not even Mother's Day gift. Generally, I like it when someone gives me something and writes don't just write HBD. In fact, all the cards that have HBD, I threw it away because there's no point.
so you say the card I gave you that has HBD, you threw it away.
Do you have card? Did you even give me card? I don't even think you ever give me card. But if your card has something very,
I don't think
like
people
HBD or happy
actually give
birthday.
HBD. Like I don't think cards
No,
are
some
actually
people
made that have HBD, except it's like a joke
No, a
card,
blank
maybe.
card. Like people, okay,
Then
so
they will not write HBD
okay, so here's the
themselves.
thing. Another thing that I do not like, and maybe that's even true. Safe. I should start this episode with an opening topic or something on my mind. Is when you give me a card and the only words written on the card is
Your
what
name.
came with the card. So you know when you buy card, they'll be
They have
like,
some writings inside. I always feel like
I'm
it's
like, that's
more
so lazy and
thoughtful
generic.
to write something.
Yeah, like even if you
But
have
there's some
something on the right
cards-
side,
there are some
write
cards
something on
that
the left
have,
side
like,
for me.
that the writing is very, very like it's not typical. There are some
Put your
cards like
own,
that
put
as
your
well.
own touch too.
But so I feel like when people buy those kind of cards, they put more thought into buying that card than like regular happy birthday, your special, which is not a bad thing. But there are just some cards that are very, very thoughtful in it. I have one card like that. I will show you there.
I don't know. I just like it.
No. Of course,
Like I just like it when
it's
people
like an
put
added
their
touch,
own
like a
personal touch to it. Even if what is written is nice. That's why, like for every birthday I have a couple of people that will literally write me long notes, and I have them saved. Like It's so funny, but like I have them saved and archived somewhere, and from time to time I actually go and read them.
It's always nice to see.
Yeah.
It's always nice to see. So if what is a typical what's the English now? If you were when you were a mother, what do you expect?
When you were,
That's what I'm saying. When what was the English?
You say when you were. Where is past tense?
No. When you, I said when you are.
Okay. Like when I become a mother.
Yes. What do you think would be your ideal Mother's Day? Like, what would that look like for you? Like, using the context of what you know now, obviously, you don't know, like, whatever time that may be, but, like, now.
I don't know. It depends.
Do you want to do breakfast in bed, then you go to church, and then you do, like, a brunch, or, like, what's the vibe like?
I love surprises. That's another thing that you should know about me. I don't know who needs to hear this, but just keep writing these things down. I love surprises. And it's so funny because I'm a planner, right? Like I plan people's, well, as much as you let me into your life, I plan like people's birthdays. Like I love to surprise people. I give people ideas on, you know, what they can do and everything. But I never really have like what to do for my, like I never really like sit down and say, oh, this is what I want to do for myself. Especially when it comes to maybe celebratory times. I can stand up one day and say, oh, Easter is coming. Yeah, let's get that and do hangouts in my house. I can do that, but like when it comes to me, so yeah, surprise me. I don't think I have a preference, and because again I also don't want to put pressure on anybody. Mother's Day is like twice a year at this point, and this is like year in year out, and there are also a lot of other celebrations to be done, so I don't think I want to put any pressure on anybody to like there's my birthday, there's anniversary, there's Mother's Day, there's a lot of things to celebrate.
So International Women's Day,
there's everything. So yeah, just be thoughtful. Like I said, I love reaching those. Like, write me something every time. I don't mind. Let's go for brunch after church. That's fine. There's so many things. Let's go on vacation. And the reason why I'm saying is not because all these things we do. Why is there hand this and on that thing? Can you see the handprint?
It's me.
What were you doing?
I can't remember. Okay. There was something. I think there was a fly that was. I thought it was inside. So I did like this until I now realized it was outside. How did you see it?
As in, it's so. I'm sorry, guys. I literally just saw a handprint on the Omo-Olorun's door. I'm like, okay, so
there are a lot of
so there's a lot of
moments for celebration,
and it does not mean that you just do it on Mother's. That's what I'm saying. I'm not so like I don't really have a, but that's why I said handwritten notes, and maybe something thoughtful. It could be like a very small gift. It could be maybe something that I've said, oh, I really want to get this, no matter how small it is. So yeah. What about you?
Yeah, well, I think most times, or like what I think the concept I have about it, because I'm not a mother right now, is just that a lot of times people want it to be a day where you relax and you rest from like the typical quote unquote mother duties that you do. So anything that won't, like maybe anything that maybe it's a regular thing that you do as a mother or like as a mom or like in your home, taking off that thing away from you. Maybe your husband or your kids or whoever is doing that. I think just that, like something that that they put their heart into it, that we want you to enjoy yourself today. And that enjoyment might look like different things. It might look like, okay, if you're the kind of mom that cooks all the time, you don't cook that day, or you're the one that always gets up and maybe you're always on your feet or you're always walking, maybe they massage your leg, things like that, something like that. So I think that's an idea of what I have about what Mother's Day is like or should be like from what I see and all of that. But it might manifest differently like when we actually become mothers, right? But I am really grateful to mothers, like the mother figures in our lives, and they do a lot. Like the like we went to church, obviously today is Sunday as well, and the word that we heard today, I'm just like, okay, right? Like God is very, like when you think about some things and when you think about like women in the Bible, right? God is very intentional about using quote unquote little things. Not to say that women are little, but in that time and in that period where women's testimonies were not counted for much, or women's values were not really seen like that, God put them in. They were very strategic women that God used. And I think just thinking about even back to Easter Sunday, and I know I've also read about it as well, about how people claim that Jesus did not really resurrect and all of that, and people will tell you that if they were going to lie about Jesus like if the disciples actually stole Jesus' body from the tomb and Jesus did not actually like resurrect, that in no way would they be trying to make a good like excuse or a good like evidence, and they will use women as the first people to testify, because at that time women's words were not like admissible in court or whatever. So I'm just like, so in all situations and everything, you think that, like, we're talking about God sees you, right? And you think that, okay, nothing is happening for you or nobody's looking at you. Like, God is just very, very purposeful, intentional. So this is just like a shout out for the mothers, right? Like, regardless of what you are doing, when you think nobody is looking at you, when you think you're working so hard and you're sacrificing so much, like, God is there and is like, that's my girl, right? So it's just amazing. And I just love the fact that there are certain times that we can, you know, celebrate women, celebrate mothers, celebrate like their impact in our lives, right? Yeah. Do you have anything to say? Because I wanted to say something very funny now.
Say no.
Okay. So you know how Mother's Day, you have like multiple days. Like in the US is in May, right? And I think in the UK and even
March.
Nigeria is March. I know there are different days that shall celebrate women. Like International Women's Day as well also celebrates like it's also in March and all of that. There's this funny thing of Father's Day is only once a year. Like, obviously Mother's Day is only once a year, but like they're always like celebrations like multiple times and everything. And then sometimes men can feel like jealous in a way to say, why is Father's Day always once in a year? And even when Father's Day comes, it's like, oh, it has come and gone. Like, okay, like you don't really see like maybe there are ads like that, but you know the way you will see ads for like, oh, buy this for your mom. Even I was on Amazon yesterday and I was like looking through stuff and they were like, oh, this will arrive before Mother's Day. This will arrive after Mother's Day. I'm like, okay, well, on Father's Day, I want to watch and see if actually they will write, or they'll just be like, Father's Day has passed, or like, you know, all of that. But
I'm sure there are like, there are like ads too for Father's Day. But yeah, I get what you mean. It's like it's louder on Mother's Day than Father's Day.
I mean, because we are not also guys. I don't know if I should say that.
I don't think guys even celebrate Father's Day.
No, not even apart from celebrating the Father's Day. Like maybe that's why the ads, we don't really see the ads for like Father's Day, because maybe it's not like tailored to us.
I'm sure
I guess.
I'm definitely sure that
regardless, it should be tailored to us, because what if we are fathers now, that kind of thing.
No, there are maybe you've not paid like a lot of attention, but like there are so many, there are ads for Father's Day as well.
Okay. And they do a lot of sales, and that's one thing I like about America. Like once there's anything
sale
coming,
is calm, I beg. It's all capitalism. By the time you realize that sale is actually scam, then
no, the thing
you don't get so much excited about it.
Well, there are always cycles, right? Because there are some things that you get on sale now. Let's say it's originally $100 and you get it for like $65. Once the sale ends, it's back to like $100, and it might be $100 again for like the next 3 or 4 months.
I don't think so.
And then
study that thing really well, because there was one day I was on Fashion Nova. Fashion Nova was doing BOGO sales. There was this thing, and okay, so because anytime I like something, I track it a lot, and I've seen this trend. I've seen it on ASOS, I've seen it on Fashion Nova, I've seen it on some of these other stores too. So now they were doing BOGO sales, buy one get one free. Now this particular dress I wanted to get was tagged, let's say $100.
Yeah.
Now they are doing BOGO sales. So if you buy that $100, you get one free. So that means you have to buy two
of the same dress, or two different dresses.
It doesn't have to be the same. So it can be different dresses. As long as it's stacked BOGO, they will pick the highest amount of the highest price that you of everything that you bought, and then slash it into two for you. Now, I now went back again recently, and it was maybe they were doing Mother's Day or whatever, and they were like 40% off, and the dress was taxed $60-something.
It's still the same price that you got it.
Are you playing with my intelligence? It's the same thing. Like, it's literally the same thing. ASOS, the same thing. So at the end of the day, I have to just buy that dress.
When there are sales happening, they do that. Because if you remember, there was one outfit that we got when we were going shopping that time, that I told you that I wanted to change my wardrobe, right? I think we got it from Mango, and I think something happened, and I think when I wanted to wear it, there was like a hole or something, so I had to return it. So I wanted to get another one, but they didn't have another one in my size in the store. And I think when we bought it, it was on sale, or maybe it was whatever.
It was not on sale when we bought it.
It was not on sale when we bought it, but by the time I checked online, it was now
and that's what
cheaper.
That's what I wanted to say, that I think the trick now is check online before you go to the store. I think that's also a trick, because I feel like there are more online sales than in-store sales, because there are so like many codes, competition online.
And I think again, like the thing now is actually buying clothes online, but I also don't like, because one thing about US sizing is not accurate. They don't have a standard sizing like the UK. if I buy something that is a US size 10 now, in another store, I might have to buy like a size 8 or a size 12. So that's the reason why most times I don't like buying online. Because most times if I buy online, I always buy 2 sizes. Because I will look at, you know how they always have like size guide. I'll look at the size guide and I'll say, okay, traditionally, maybe I should use a size 10 for this thing. But I might use a size, depending on maybe if I look at reviews and they're like, oh, it comes bigger or it comes smaller or something. I might size up or size down. So I'll buy 2 sizes, what I think should be my size, and a bigger size just in case. Because sometimes, then at the end of the day, I have to return. So most times I don't like doing online shopping. Because at the end of the day, I know for sure I'm returning something. I'm always going to return something. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. People like us, we live online.
You live online.
I feel like I shop more out anytime I go outside of the country than when I'm actually in the country. I can't, like, after that last time that we went to, that time that you said you wanted to get stuff, and I followed you. I don't think I've gone online to buy.
Online, I've been in store.
Gone in person. Well, when I traveled to Canada, I did. Or I did not buy anything. I just went to shop. But like, anytime I go outside the country, I like to try out their things in their store. But over here, well, for me, like mostly, like worst case scenario is maybe the pants will be big or something. Like, but it's not like it's not like that bad. So I would do. So that's why a lot of times I track. So I have some things on my wishes, so I know like this was the price when I saw. So it was not. It's not even a matter of I know that this was the price. So don't mess with my intelligence.
No, but sometimes. So I think I guess for like clothing and stuff like that. But even that time when I wanted to buy this ring camera, ring doorbell, this thing, and they were doing. I think it was is it Prime sales, like Amazon Prime sales.
Yeah, no, there are some sales that I agree that they actually do slash prices.
50% off. I can't remember what the price is now. Maybe it was like $100 and they slashed it to $50, or it was buy one get two free or something like that. Buy one get one free. I mean,
yeah.
I think I was the last night of that sales. I think I put it in my cart. I forgot to click add to cart or like check out. The next day that increased in price. I was not like these people. I'm sure they used to wine somewhere there. Let me just wait a while. I said like, oh. I waited and waited and waited. It did not drop again.
I mean, maybe some things do reduce in price, but general rule of thumb, I don't think anybody wants to make it loss, because especially if you notice, they're always running sales. Like there's always one something going on, and these guys are making their profit. So think about it. I think another time that I really buy things is November. Oh, Black Friday. Oh, I buy. So like the perfumes that I use almost all year round, I usually buy between November and December. So
that's a lot of the always fun. There's like Thanksgiving sales.
Yeah,
there's Black Friday sales.
Exactly. So November, December
and it means you enter like this after Thanksgiving. You just start seeing Christmas sales already. So I was going to mention another one. My mattress. I think when I bought my mattress, I bought it during July is the Independence Day sales.
July 4.
So they were running this promo of if you buy so and so level of mattress, they will give you like an adjustable base, kinikon. We're like, let's capitalize on this. We capitalized on it. The minute after that, I think it was Labor Day or something. You know, when you're another sales,
you think you were the special
they
one.
dropped like let's say July 4th sales, and then let's say July 7th or something like that.
Then September,
by
Labor
July
Day.
10th, September, they started advertising the next holiday in advance. They were saying, "Oh, we are running." I'm like,
there's always sales. You think no, you got the. And sometimes maybe you do, but most of the time there's always sales. There's always sales.
that one showed because they had like banners, they had everything in their stock. Kinikon. By the time I was moving, because I bought the mattress a month before I moved or something like that. So when I went to pick up the mattress and I saw all the banner changed from holiday, from Independence to whether the parties, the holiday was not yet around though. Maybe the holiday was still like 1 month in advance. I say, well, people wish I could get your money because I could bought it because of I don't want to miss this sale. So
that's how it always is. Anyway, let's talk about like favorite memories. Since it's Mother's Day, let's talk about like favorite motherhood. I don't know if that's the right word, but like your favorite mom's memory. It could be your mom, it could be a mom figure, it could be just something that you remember, or something that when you were younger you did not realize, but now you were like, now I know why this was, or like maybe just shout outs, like favorite memories. And I can go first, right? Maybe if you want to think about it. So
you can go ahead.
Yeah, I remember when we were younger, and then anytime we have like parties in my house, so my mom will like have, let's say I don't know if you are Yoruba, Alasi, and if you're not, it's like people that will come help you to cook and then you pay them. So if the party was like 100 people and let's say you need like 10 congos of rice, you know, to feed 100 people, my mom would do 15. So like 2 additional and then 3 for the house. I did not realize what that meant very early. So what that means is that for like the next 4-5 weeks now, rice because they chop.
You eat rice, you drop.
You know, when the party is happening, everybody is still hyped. Like, you're eating rice and chicken. Like, you know, you're like, fire smoke.
You start seeing it in your
smoke
dream.
Rice. Until the next day, what are we having for dinner? Rice? And then you'll not be like, as a child, now what for you?
So we are always eating rice.
Baby, I'm tired of rice. So what do they eat rice again? What are they? You're going to buy bread. But now that I'm an adult,
it's necessary.
Guess what they eat rice 50 times?
Because really, if you see an opportunity for you to cook for you,
oh my God,
why will you choose to not have extra?
My
And
dear.
that's actually a wisdom of let's say you know how they say that when you become a parent, you just naturally know how to send your children on work. Maybe that's a wisdom passed down genetically or ancestrally.
Like it was when we had that Nigerian event at work and we brought back sticky. Maybe my own mother is even still once a day, morning, afternoon. Guess what I eat first? When I wake up in the morning, maybe midday, I will eat jollof rice. In the night, I will eat fried rice. From the party, it was not that time we now clicked that. Oh wait, though, because I don't know how our mothers did it, but thinking about food, morning, afternoon, night. I wrote on my status today that as a kid, we will eat 4 times a day. You know,
when you wake 4 times a day.
Yeah.
Oh.
When you wake up in the morning, you eat breakfast. They will pack food for you to go to school. So in school, you eat. And school that time, maybe like 2-3, you're already back home. Then you eat lunch at home, and then you eat dinner. That's 4 times, like for real. And it's not. You know, Nigeria is not in the morning that you just do pancake or like it was like
Pancake
food.
cake.
It was like yam, food that you make from the scratch. So I'm like, how? Like it's now that I'm realizing that wait, though, what time did my mother used to wake up? Because obviously, like you would know, you don't just wake up, have
and
your bath, and you already have food. And she had a job. She had like side hustles because my mom would sell. She was not selling shoes, she was selling something. And she was also a Sunday school teacher. At the end of the day, like they started pastoring a village church. And I'm like, and we went like it was not just us in the house. Like my mom has 5 kids, but we were never just 5 kids. We would always have like
people around,
aunties, and like I can't remember any time in my life growing up that we were just alone. Like the house was always full. So you're not just preparing food for 5 people, you're preparing for like 8 people, 9 people. I'm like, how?
You know, that's actually a skill that I don't know if the skill is passing down generationally.
Hey,
Because I was telling my sister, I think as I was just doing like cleaning on Saturday, and I said that this week I actually need to actually get ready for the week and cook, like, because my fridge is empty. But I was like, that's a problem for future Omo-Olorun, because the present me is not ready to make any moves to because sometimes I'm like, if I do know the worst thing, let me even now cast myself. I don't know, there's this rice that we buy from Walmart, right? Like rice is the easiest thing to cook because it's like it's rice. But honestly, that rice, because I'm always, I don't know, you buy a different brand of rice than me, but the rice is very starchy. So when you are washing the rice, it will just be cloudy. I was telling my mother one day that, I think you were on a video call, and I was telling her that, oh, my rice, it annoys me because I need to rinse it like 10 times before it's ready. Like I like to see my rice clear
you
water.
parboil it.
By the time you parboil this rice, the rice spoils, it doesn't last. Yeah. So I was telling her that I like to show you, you know, mothers are funny, sha. You know, they always have an idea of something like, oh, if you tell her that, oh, can you believe this thing happened? She's like, you did not do like this. You did not do like this. I was telling her that this rice annoys me, that I have to wash it. She's like, no, it's not supposed to take that long to wash. I was looking at her like, is it you that is there? We're now on the call that day and I was washing the rice. I was like, hey, mommy, look at it though. I washed it. She was like, Omo-Olorun, it should be enough now. I said, come on, look at it. She was like, this rice is different. So like something like that. So me, when I have to cook rice, because rice is so simple to cook, but I end up spending like a lot of time washing the rice. I'm like, you know what? I'd rather not. Like that's the level. And I'm like,
I buy better rice now.
The rice is good. Like it's strong. It's just that it takes time.
It's not the same rice that does not swell up.
But even the day I cooked your rice too, the thing did not swell up. But actually, last day, like, it actually swelled up more than the one I cooked that day. But, well, actually, I should actually, because that one is also big. But I think it's also procrastination because I was waiting for the rice to
buy
finish.
another rice.
Before
Because
I
that
buy
rice
that
does
one.
not even come in big sizes, does it?
No, it just comes in like £5. So
That bigger rice is a lifesaver, my dear. The one I bought since last year. When that, and you even took from
I
it.
took from it. I took from
And it was
to
like
cook,
last year. I can't remember when.
Christmas rice. That time.
It just finished. Like, so, well, I mean, mothers are like the real MVPs. I don't know, Sha. And we are the future.
We are the future mothers, though. God help us.
Oh my God! Actually, I can't remember the last time I ate breakfast. Like, literally.
Oh yeah, I remember what I was going to say about the breakfast thing. Now, people like, I don't remember us eating. Maybe that's why I also don't eat breakfast in the morning, because growing up, maybe once my sisters did this, maybe they will tell me, "Oh, I'm not remembering it well," but we never used to eat breakfast. Like, we never used to eat breakfast.
Really?
We just go to, I'm serious. Or maybe we never used to eat breakfast. Not that I'm really, like, if I'm thinking about it, we'll eat lunch, or like what they call it, like when you go to school, they will give you money, or you carry food, you buy food in school or whatever, buy snacks, buy egg roll, buy rice or whatever. Then in the evening is now when you will not eat food. But I remember that I think I've shared this story before, but I remember how anytime I hated cooking when I was young, because my mother, and you know this whole thing of, oh, girls, you need to know how to cook and everything. Ah, God. And we are four girls. In fact, the last one at that point, I don't even think she was even, she was just very, very young. That one, the day she sent her work, all of us will now be in the kitchen. My mother will now say, oh yeah, Omo-Olorun, bring Maggie.
All of you.
All of us will be in the kitchen. Omo-Olorun, bring Maggie. Toby, wash rice. This one, do this one. So the thing made, so Sunday, I hated Sundays because, not like, I hated Sundays because of the cooking afterwards, like coming back from church. Because I know that, hey God, we used to go to Winners. Winners, we had early service, maybe 7. Winners service does not take time, sharp. Just like, maybe you do first service 7 o'clock, second service 9 o'clock. And my dad, early morning, he has gone. Like, if you waste time. Me, I was a worker in church hospitality unit, and you have to attend all the services. So I'll go in the morning. So I won't come back until like maybe 1 o'clock. By then, maybe 12 o'clock is the last service. You know, you do like whatever it is that you do at the end of service, with like as a service unit, do all of that. I will not come home myself. So imagine me having left home since 7 o'clock, and I'm coming home around like 1 to 2. These people just finished eating. And for them to finish eating, it means that the food was just ready 20-25 minutes ago. And I'll be like, so you mean to tell me that if I come back with you people, I'll be doing, I'm not PM.
But think about it. Who would have done all those things?
No, you don't understand. It's not about
I
doing it.
guess it's like, it's not, you know, like I said, like sometimes in that moment, you don't like it. But now, when you now think back, you be like, wait, first.
You know the reason why I didn't like it? It was because it was too slow. It was too slow because it's division of labor.
But making food takes time.
You see, if I want to cook that food now, let's say I want to cook rice and beans and stew, I will use 1 hour, 30 minutes. But because she's telling you, Ebun, go and bring this one. You do this one.
She's
so
coaching
you are using
now.
your own time. So you know you as a child now, you are now like, you will not be doing it slowly. It's whenever you are done, no. So as long as one person is delaying, you are delaying everybody.
That's the opposite of my mother, and that's the trick that we used to use for my mother. So my mother is someone that she's like pa 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 pa, like she's a very quick person. Like from the way she walks, from the way she's like.
So this one now is the children ourselves that will be wasting time. Like, oh, they say she can't do something, you will not do it on time. You not be doing.
So that's the thing. When you start, for my mom, when you start wasting time, my mom will be like, yeah. Fizzle.
Oh,
so
okay,
she not do like no, by the time she
you will do it.
By the time she says, oh, like maybe you are slicing onion and then you are there
doing
for like minutes, and then my mom will be like, Eboluwa, why you wasting time?
She will not take it from you.
See that feeling? That's the joy. If I any small thing like by the time you are wasting time, she'll be like, because she will get so annoyed. She'll be like, if I do this to myself, it's going to
be faster.
So she would literally almost do at the end of the day. But the only thing my mother does not like is when she's cooking and then you are around and you're not there. You could be there.
I am not doing anything.
I swear, that's literally most of the things I do in the kitchen. My own is to bring the gist. So the way our kitchen is, my mom usually sits down to make food. So I will take another seat and sit beside that.
Yeah,
that's
one
provide
thing.
The gist.
Because the kitchen was right next to my room. Once you hear, so let's say it's like, this is my room. My room is on the left. The kitchen is in the middle. My brother's room is on the right. Then adjacent to my room is my daddy's room that leads to our room and everything. Once you just hear that door open, everybody will just come out. Just come out. Just hanging around left and right, like, okay. Because if they should call your name, like, if they're in the kitchen and they're in the back, and you can hear that they're in the kitchen, Omo-Olorun! They will use talk finish your life. That's
the thing. No. See, I swear, I don't know. Like, again, shout out to all the mothers. Like,
no. They
for all
they
the
tried
grumblings that I did when I was young. I'm sorry, because now, like, it's now that I now realize. Early in the morning, my mother will come and wake me up like 6 o'clock and say, "Come and blend pepper." And I'm like, "Do you realize that I was actually sleeping?" And then, but now I'm like, if I have a child, how will you be sleeping and I'm blending pepper? Because I'll be so angry. I'll be like, she'll just be like, "Yeah, stand up!" Like she'll wake everybody up.
You know the one I remember now, like when your parents tell you, when your mom tells you, like, you should take meat out of the freezer. And you forget to do it. Now that I'm grown up, like, there was a day that I think I was working. In my head, I was like, I need to bring out, I think it was chicken or something from the freezer. Because I was like, maybe I stood up around, let's say 2 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, I have meetings till 5, 6 o'clock. If I bring out this chicken now, by the time I'm done for the day, it would have defrosted and I can cook and do what I want to do. And the back of my mind, I was like, oh, Omo-Olorun, bring this thing out. At a point, I thought I had brought it out. Tell me why I stood up, And I went there, I didn't see I was like, where is this thing now? Where is it? Where did I put it? I opened my freezer, lo and behold, it was still there, frozen. I was like, you know when you're mad?
It's paused everything for the whole day.
I was like, where do I want to start from now? Like, I was so mad at myself because in my head, I had stood up like twice. So I think in one of those times, I was like, oh, I've brought it out already. I did not bring it out though. Now imagine you being a mom, and then obviously back in Nigeria there was nothing like remote work. Your parents are probably going out under
and
the sun.
They are back and
they're not coming back. And they would have told you the morning that when you come back from school, bring out this meat from the freezer.
And there was no microwave at that time, safe.
Even microwave will not do the work. Because it will still be frozen inside. They would have said bring it, or she would have even told you take a step further and maybe start boiling the meat or something. It's now when you now hear her on at the gate of ping ping.
You know that right?
Then when she now starts shouting on you, you know be like,
why is she shouting on me?
Why is she shouting on me?
Like why are you angry? Like oh my god, no. I remember angry, even till now. So if you know me, you know that I rarely eat beans. Like I've only cooked beans once in my entire life, like by myself. So I started living together. But I've had other people cook beans for me after that time. But that's just because, like, when we were younger, my mama cooked beans. Hey Jesus, she cooked beans so she will. What is? Tell me the beans combination. You know, beans and yam, beans and maize, and corn, beans and bread, beans with gari, beans and sprinkle gari on top.
I like that one.
Beans, we ate beans.
It's been a while.
It was now. There was one time we were now talking about, like, you know, we were having an open conversation. And my mother was not like, it's not like I really like beans like that. I said, hey, you don't like me. She was like, that's like one of the most convenient things to do because...
Is it convenient? It takes time now.
So, it's passive cooking. Beans is passive cooking. You don't have to pay a lot of attention to beans. Once you already get all the things and put all the things inside, and she will say, oh, and my mom, she uses the clock a lot. My mom can go out and she'll be like, Ebun, by 6:30, put off this thing. She'll say like 50 times because obviously we've bought food before. She'll say, Ebun, don't forget to, like, so she will literally tell you once it's this time, set an alarm, anything that you want to just put it up. So it's passive cooking. That's the easy part of it. So it's not like if you are making stew or all those things, they are active. Those ones are active. You have to be there. If not, you burn the food. But beans, you can just put beans on the fire. You can slowly cook it to be done. So, and then beans is something that at that time it was rice and beans were really cheap. So you could buy a lot, and then because there were a lot of people at home, So, and then there are like different varieties of food, beans, and so there. So
You can do different things, yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, if you eat 4 times a day, how many combination of food can you actually think of to feed that number of people 4 times a day? How many times a year be that? 360 times 4 is what? So imagine over 1,000 times in a year. I mean, how many things can you actually think of? Even now, me, sometimes I'm like, what will I eat again today? So imagine thinking about that like 3-4 times a day for your children.
No, they tried.
They tried. Because that I will always, anytime we see people, keep like,
I think what you're saying just reminds me of, we have to make it. So yam, we eat a lot of yam. Then, and we're living in Benin. Some Saturdays like this, Saturday you just wake up and you will not see anybody in the house. My parents have gone. They've traveled though. They've traveled from Benin to go and buy yam.
Are you serious?
Don't play with us and yam. If they know the one, they will go to one. I don't even know the name of the place. They will now buy the yam, put it in the boot and come back. You will not come back. Once they come back like this, they will now put the boot. When it's like they just harvested yam and there's sand on the body.
Yeah.
You will now bring out everything.
You will now
clean it, wash it, do everything.
I don't like market.
You will now carry it inside. From that point on, every day is pounded yam. Every Sunday, you are very sure. So it is that in our house we like yam. Every Sunday is pounded yam. So that's something that I'm telling you that by 2 o'clock they just finish eating. I will now come and I enjoy because I did not do any work.
Who pounds the yam?
My Dami pounds, mommy pounds, Dippo pounds. So I never learned. I mean, the first time I pound it was Coco that food it. Just say,
like they'll pound by
leave
themselves.
This place. Who is that?
Like your sisters will pound. They'll pound by themselves.
Yeah, Dami can pound.
Like from start to finish.
Yes.
Hey.
So the thing stopped at Dippo because it did not get to me. Like I could not.
That's a good skill to have.
I can pound, but I can't pound the one that will fit, that will carry all of us. Because
I've never even pounded. Like, okay, so the way my mom used to do it is in between the cooking of the food, we'll take turns. So when we start, that's like the easy part where like you mash the yam. So maybe someone like me now will come and mash the yam. Then maybe me and my brother will not be doing but she would do like the finishing. She would do like all those things to make sure that everything is good. That's what
they can start to finish.
Are you for it? That's good.
So I can start. So but the minute, because they would have cooked the soup already, it's just the paneer, that's why it is still hot. I can start. But the minute it starts getting, because you have to do for like, we are 7 in the house in total. The minute it starts getting like it's too much, because by the time you start, you mash, and you not bring everything together. Then you not do everything. That one from that level.
And the way my mom used to do it, we'll break it into 2. So we'll do one part first. She will remove it and put it in there. So because again we are a lot. So when we're now finishing everything,
they'll not put everything together. Yes. So by the time you're getting to that point where this thing is past more than 2 people or 3 people, I can't do it again. Because the first cocoa food that they say, Omo-Olorun, don't ever try it again. Don't try it again. So that's the reason. And because of that, because we ate it so much, Dami does not like pounded yam.
Are you serious?
Because so that thing of you and beans, Dami does not like pounded yam. But you see us and yam. Let me tell you, so you know how I was describing how the kitchen is to you now. So we had like this open courtyard space, so that had pillars and everything. So the yam is somewhere there. So we had one old wooden, we like say chopping board like this. You know how you have one particular knife that knows how to do the work in your house. So, and in a way, everybody's room is like, so just imagine like a square, everybody's room, you can hear the kitchen one way or another. So you know that in that house, the thing that will trigger you to work, you want to eat fried yam, because we eat yam in different options, but fried yam, we know how to do it very well. You don't say you want to eat fried yam, you will not be saying, somebody should go and do first. Because if you're the one that starts it, somebody will just come out. Omo-Olorun, do fried yam for me. Mommy will come, do fried yam for me. By the time you know it, you will fry yam for the whole house. So everybody will be silently watching who will go and start first. So by the time you're hungry in the afternoon, when there's nothing to eat, somebody will not go. You're not going to be doing it quietly, peeling the yam. You need to just hear, because you're using that wooden chop, you just hear, bam, just go, Toby. Like, please fry yam for me. And you cannot be vexed, because if it was somebody else, they will do it for you. And you have to do it for them.
I'd rather not Kukuma start.
That's it now. You'll not be playing a waiting game. Who will go first? It's whether that is the weakest, you will not go first. But I think my parents, for example, to make cooking interesting for us, I guess, in a way, because all of us can actually cook, was that I think they also made it in a game, not like a game, but they also made it in a way that you had fun doing it, right? So there was a particular point where it was like, who is the best cook in the house? Like everybody had something they were good with cooking. Like for example, now if my dad wants to eat anything okra, it's my sister, it's Dami that cooks it. Like Dami has the best okra in the house. Do you get? So everybody had that thing where they were really good
at.
My brother too. Then my mom used to bake, so she used to try, because chinchi, we'll fry chinchi, we'll make plantain chips, we'll make like suya, we'll make like roasted corn, things like that. So my brother at that time, he used to be in the kitchen with us, and I used to be angry because I'm like, why is people going to watching football while we are all here cooking and everything? But anytime we want to bake, he will come out. He was one that had like the baking skill. So he will come out, anytime he bakes any cake, the cake is always nice and everything like that. So everybody had those things. So even sometimes too, we'll be like, oh, I came up with a new recipe for doing this kind of thing. So you're always looking for, oh, how can I make it the best? And you're not like, okay, oh, it's my own that is raining now. Everybody, if you are doing something, do it like this, or something like that. So I guess that way too, it also helped, because now all those skills now, as much as I say, oh, I don't enjoy cooking, that is what is saving my life in this America, because they eat a lot of cheese here, and I don't eat cheese. I don't eat a lot of things on their menu. So I'm like, I cook to survive. But that's because all these skills, I learned it because of my mother. Even though at that time it felt like they wanted to kill me,
I swear.
but now it's like, okay, oh,
well, that's really good though. That's as in, no. Again, maybe because I'm still very much single, I don't have a child and whatever, so I can do whatever I can. I don't know. Maybe we'll see what the next 10 years look like. If
the
things have
funny thing,
changed.
something I thought about one time. There was a day, because then when I was in Lagos, we didn't go. My job said we're not really cooking. All of us were not really cooking. We used to order food a lot. And I think one day, so I think post COVID, like when we were in COVID, where me and Dami and Toby were together during COVID. So then we had to like create a routine, because we're like, we can't just be like, we'll just be in this house. So we used to do one person per day to cook. So let's say it's today now, I might be the one cooking like breakfast, lunch, anything we're eating today, it's me that is doing it. Then the next day. Then I think one day I was just in the kitchen in the house one day, and I was just like, the thing just became funny to me, because I was like, wait though. Because then I think it was even before or maybe after that, when I wasn't really cooking like that, I just started laughing. Toby was like, oh, what's funny? I say, wait though, when I get married, who is actually going to be cooking? Because I know it's not me.
So who will be cooking?
I said, I don't know. I said, what are we going to be eating? Because I was actually literally laughing at myself, because at that point I was not cooking, like I was ordering food and everything. And then all this thing of, oh, once you are married, the woman has to cook, the woman. And I was like, who will actually be doing that one? Because it's not me. It's not now realizing now that like, because I'm
not that you're not even married, are you not cooking?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you just
it's
things in your head. Like, yeah,
because Nigeria also like enabled, like, even if you're not cooking, there's always something.
There's always food around.
Even like
you can always get food
in bulk,
yeah.
like cooked food in bulk is very cheap in Nigeria.
Apart from buying food in bulk, did we even really used to buy food in bulk? Food is very cheap to buy.
For people that have families, like for people that have families, even if you're not cooking yourself, you cannot be buying yakoyo every day.
You
there
can
are
buy,
some people that have. I've seen a couple of Instagram posts where you can buy like soups in bulk and things like that.
Yeah,
but over
it's
here,
cheap.
It's expensive.
Yeah,
it's not sustainable.
It's not.
I mean, you can do it once a while, but it can't be. That can be a lifestyle. Do you know what I mean?
It can't.
Like I feel like Nigeria also enabled that, because like a lot of us come here. There are some things I've never cooked in my life, and I started cooking here in America.
Tell me that my cooking spirits, how they used to say it, that suddenly I became a professional when I came here, because I'm like,
that's it though. In Nigeria,
you
you have the luxury. You can hire you can even hire a chef.
You have somebody with you, a living maid and all of that.
So it made things. At that time, you are thinking that, and that's why if a guy does not know how to cook, let's not lie, let's not steal. There's no
liability.
I swear,
that's
like for real.
How are you not? Like, even before you get married, are you not supposed to be surviving on your own? So does that mean that you are buying food? It's not. How much money do you have? Even if you have, except you are very, 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 very,
if you are very rich and you have a chef.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Except you are very, but if you are still doing the same 9 to 5 and like
that we are
the
both
typical,
doing,
like the typical earning, like
it's going to be a liability.
It's a waste of money.
It's going to be a liability.
It's a big waste of money,
because it has to be at this point. It's not even one person. It has to be both people. Like both, especially if you have a family, if you have children, it has to be both hands on deck.
Because imagine situations, I remember this thing that Dami told us. I think that time she came for your graduation, and she was telling us about one babe that she wanted to go to the UK, and she got married before she went to the UK, because there's all these things you hear about, if you travel abroad you won't see anybody to get married to, blah blah. So she got married to a guy, and she went to school. So she went to the UK for school and all of that, and the guy was supposed to be the one like trying to also help her subsidize, like at least working, so that he's bringing in some money while she's studying and all of that. And she said that that's her friend or maybe somebody she knows or whoever it is came home one day, and the guy was like literally in the same position that she met him, and she was like, he wants to eat beans. Like, you've been at home since morning. So we just back to your topic about how cook beans is like a passive thing you can cook.
That you can even just
that you can just put on fire, let it be boiled. Let's say you don't even know how to mix it. Boil the beans.
Put everything inside.
Just boil. No, you just boil the beans. I will come and do the rest. You just. No, I don't like weaponized incompetence. I don't like incompetence. Number one thing, weaponized incompetence or take care of me now. You're not supposed to be my.
You're supposed to take care of each other. Let's both make our lives very easy.
Yes. Because imagine coming back from it, maybe something even happened in class or just a stressful day at class. You are tired and you want to come on and you are like, oh, you have somebody at home. Oh. You now come my like, oh, you make beans for me. No,
I feel like it's just being inconsiderate, right? And I say this a lot when people say, oh, like wifely duties, husband duties. So here is the thing. Wifely duties, I agree. Like,
what is wifely duties?
A woman should take care of her home.
The man should not take care of his home.
Wait, hold on. A woman should take care of her home. You know, like, and again, it comes. I think it's also second nature to women naturally. Like, a woman will care more than a man would about a lot of things. So, like, if, for instance, I used to make a joke that, oh, if I'm cooking, for instance, I will cook in bulk because my head is thinking, oh, tomorrow, next tomorrow, we need to eat food. If my dad is cooking, even my dad, anytime my dad cooks, he does not think of tomorrow. He cooks for now. And everybody will eat. So tomorrow, what happens? We'll cook again. But like a motherly instinct nature, naturally, you have those thoughts inside of you. However, now here is the thing. It's just like how you say, oh, a guy has muscles. I don't have muscles. I will not carry a big TV from outside to inside. Like right now, I do not. And I'm not going to claim that I do. There are some things that I do not know how to do that I will call a friend or a guy to help me to do. Now that's fine. However, I feel like what trumps all of this is love. If I love you, I will want to make your life easy. So if I'm in the house and I know that you've been out there in the cold and you're coming back to meet me, I love you so much that I will not allow you to come back to my house without having something to eat. And I'm in the house. Vice versa. If you claim that you love me and you are a guy and you are at home literally not doing anything, or maybe you don't have, or you can even be working from home, right? Or maybe you have like some free time and you know that, oh, your babe has traveled and is coming back home, and you don't think that, oh, when my wife comes, I want my wife to meet a clean house. I want my wife to have something to eat. Or even if you don't have something to eat, you're like, oh babe, let's go out and eat or something.
He has even ordered something already or something like that.
How do you make the other person's life easy?
Yeah,
that's like the rule of thumb. You see all these is a wife that I don't. Let me tell you something. I don't want to have that conversation with anybody ever. Like once you start coming to me with as a wife, I'm like,
as a woman,
I will stop you right there. I'm like, yes, there are so many things that you don't even have to tell me as a woman. There are so many things that it comes naturally to me to do.
I think I'll agree in the sense that what you said about the love part, I think is when there is no love, or when there is when there is no love, I would say that's when you start calculating things like,
exactly,
oh, you did X, I will do Y. You wash the clothes, I spread the clothes,
exactly.
or I iron the clothes or something like that. But if it's like, oh, I'm working from home, so two people now, husband and wife, maybe wife is working from home or husband is working from home, wife is going out. Oh, I know that you're working from home. I know that you're going out. I will, maybe you've already washed clothes and you went out or something. I know that you go out, me, I work from home. I can iron your clothes, something like that. Then I know that, oh, tomorrow morning you don't have to start rushing to iron your clothes. It's like, oh, babe, I've already ironed your clothes for you. You can wear this one, that kind of thing. So things like that. So it's when you now start looking at it from a lens of a transactional relationship. You do that. So there was this funny thing that happened when I traveled and I was coming back. So I was in an Uber, right? And we were just talking. And you know how they ask you like, oh, where are you from? Have you been living here? Like, what did you go and do? And I was just like, oh yeah, I've been living here for like 3 years, blah blah blah. And that's where am I originally from? And I said Nigeria. I was like, okay. So he was asking me if I know how to cook rasta pasta. I was like, At first I was like, where did he hear Rasta pasta? Like, cause I'm not, that's not a Nigerian dish. And I said, that it sounds Jamaican and everything. I said, no, that is Asian. So when he said Asian at first, I was like, in my head, I was like, I don't know. So apparently he was saying like Haiti, like Asian and everything. Okay. So he's dating, or his partner is an Asian woman, right? So we were not talking and everything. So he was not saying, what was he even saying? Okay, now came out and I said, that's Nigerian women. They said, what's the difference between Nigerian women and Asian women? I knew we were going somewhere wrong. I was like, and I said, like, what do you mean? And I said, well, he has heard that Nigerian women are submissive women. I just said, I said, where do I want to go with this conversation? Do I want to just give blanket statement? And I started listening deep. And I said, well, I said, why are you asking and everything? And I said that his partner, who is the Asian woman, that she's only submissive to him sometimes. Like when she asks him for money and he gives her. But when he asks him for money and he does not give her, she starts being disrespectful. Can you come? And I started talking to him and I was like, I don't think you can generalize that. You hearing, and I said, where did you hear it from? First of all, like, did you hear it from Nigerians? Where did you? He was like, that you just said, and I said, you just heard it. It doesn't really mean.
So I said, does he want to marry a Nigerian now?
You know, I mean, they don't want to second wife. No, don't be only second wife. You know, said, that you just heard it. I'm like that. That's a generalization. And I said that if we now look at it, that again, the Nigerian society is a society where, from like our mothers, our grandmothers, they grew up in an instance where they didn't have as much as we have now. Some of them didn't go to school. Some of them didn't have like the opportunities that we have now. So it made sense that a lot of them were more homemakers than career women. So, and the standard of it is that the woman is the homemaker, the man goes out to get provision for anything. So if she's saying, I need to buy clothes for the children, you're not coming to tell me, what did you use that money to do? That kind of thing. You're providing. And I said, but when you now take that same model and you plant it here, it doesn't work. Yeah. Because this society,
we are both working. We're both making money.
Because a lot of the bills are a lot for one person to handle. So it now makes sense that so the woman might want to be a homemaker, but the amount of money you are bringing in as a guy, and it's the economy, it doesn't allow for you to live an optimum life, and the woman has to go out and work. And at that point in time, you can't now come and say, do this and do this. And I said it's also a personality thing, that if somebody becomes disrespectful to you just because you can't provide this or that, maybe that's a more transactional relationship than a relationship that is built on love, right? So that's why when you see all these conversations about who we clean, who we cook, who we this one, who we that one.
I don't want to have it.
When you look at it from a lens of, if we love each other, it should not be a conversation.
It should not come as
you are stressing me, or you are this, or you are using
like
me.
If you're in the bathroom and you're running late for work and I'm not in the bathroom yet, why won't I iron your clothes for you? Like, it's just so simple. Like, if I'm like, and I know a lot of women to say, I cannot cook for me. I'm like, if I love you, like, why would I cook for you? And why should you expect not to ever cook for me because you're a man? Like, it should be both ways. And the same thing with money, because we talk about women being like homemakers. The same thing with money. If I love you, please, why will I have money in my account and we cannot pay rent? Do you get what I mean? Like, it's not, I'm the man of, obviously I want my man to provide, but I'm also not dumb to the fact that I'm here to help. So if we have money for something, please, why would I throw my money on the table and say, hey, let's get this done? Like, this is two have become one. So it's not like, you are you and me. Like, literally, we are now one. So whatever I do affects you. Whatever you do affects me. So all this conversation of if you don't do this, and I think a lot of times too, people become very resentful when they think that they are the only ones pulling the weight for something. So a lot of people get resentful and they keep in their heart. I know a lot of women that they're like, my man is not, God forbid, to not be my man, but like their man is not useful or helpful in any way. Like, there are so many people like that, or there are women or there are men that are like, that the burden of the house is weighing me down. I beg, talk about it. Like,
so two instances now.
Please, why are we giving relationship advice?
No, we are not giving relationship advice. We are just speaking from the heart.
Okay.
So two things now, right? So I don't know if you've ever seen this joke of a lady. So a lady was telling the guy that, why don't you do anything in the house? Blah, blah, blah. Why do I have to do everything? Then he was not like, wait, that he actually has to tell her about something. That there's actually something strange that happens in the house. So he now went to like their sitting room table.
Oh, yeah.
You've seen that video, right? And I said that anytime he puts anything there, magically, the next day, it's gone. She was looking at him and she was like, you are kidding me. And I said, no. That anytime he puts any dirty clothes in this laundry basket, before you know, it gets washed, folded, ironed, and put on his bed. And it was like,
I really hope it's a joke.
It was a joke. But she was looking at him like, then at the moment he wasn't like, I'm leaving you. The next day he now called the police. He now said that so the police was a man and a woman. So he was not explaining the situation that he doesn't know what happened, that maybe she fell on the table and that's why she disappeared. The woman was not, the police officer that was the one was looking at him like, are you insane? The police officer that was a man was not like, no, it happens in my house too. And it was like a funny thing of, like, you are so oblivious.
So,
but that is the truth of some people's relationship and some people's marriage and things like that. Like,
I'll leave everything to you. You leave everything to me.
There are even people that joke on TikTok and the rest, and they're like, if they are sending their husband grocery shopping, they literally have to put like pictures. It's like, I'm telling you, buy me orange juice. Buy me orange juice that has vitamin C or something. You know the brand we are drinking in the house because I'm not the only one drinking it.
Yeah.
But why are you calling me to say, is it this one or this one?
Yeah.
Is it this one or this one? Or you not go and buy the one that has orange and pineapple? Have you ever drank orange and pineapple in this house before? So
no, but that one too, there are two sides to it, Sha.
Maybe the person wants orange and pineapple or what?
Because sometimes too, when it comes to food, some people are more particular than the other, and it's not a girl or guy thing.
No.
So for instance, you might be buying a particular brand of orange juice, but the other person is just seeing orange juice. Do you know it's possible?
How you just see orange juice?
It's very possible. Like that. Maybe
you are not seeing the brand of orange juice we are using in the house.
Maybe you know that we are drinking orange juice. I know that we are drinking orange juice. You know that we are drinking. Let's say the brand is Save You a Seat or brand of orange juice. But I know that we are drinking orange juice. And if I go to the store and I see anything that looks like the orange juice we are drinking, and then I buy it. No, it's very possible.
Yeah, the cartons are different now. Design is different on the carton now. So you might not know
some
the name.
Things look similar.
So it's a different thing if you buy the same brand but something that looks similar to it.
No,
but
it's
you not buy
juice.
something completely different.
No, now I can't send you orange juice and you buy me pineapple juice. That's different.
Pineapple juice might be still the same color.
For instance, orange juice, you know, there's a yellow cap for orange juice, there's a blue cap for orange juice, and it's the same. Have you ever
the same jug
of juice? Do you know that it takes someone that's particular to understand that red is different from yellow? It's possible like that. What I'm saying, like I'm not going to say because you don't like. If you need help at the grocery store, I will help you at the grocery store. But obviously, don't do that like every other time that you go to the grocery store.
For that one of the jug with like the orange cap and the blue cap, that one I feel like in a way I can still say okay. Maybe you're not observant enough to notice it. No, but
you can't tell me, buy almond milk and I buy you oat milk. Like that's different.
But you know,
is what I'm saying. But like being particular about the brand
that. You know what we are drinking in the house now? Like, you should have been...
You know we are drinking orange juice. I know that we drink orange juice.
It's just like saying rice now. This rice I buy from Walmart. And I say, we are running low on rice. Buy rice. You're not going to buy me Mr. Ben's rice.
See, I will
fight you.
That's the thing.
No, so why do I have to be clear?
You say
no.
Why is that no? Even me, if I go to Walmart, I don't even know the brand. To be very honest, I don't know the brand of rice that you buy.
No, you cannot know the brand of rice I buy. We're not living together.
We are not. But you've told me a couple
of
times that, at least you've shown me a couple of times that this is the rice that we use.
It's still understandable. So but we can't be. It's just like saying when we're living together. We are buying a particular thing that we know we are using.
Do you both go to the store to buy it? So here's this thing.
But you are seeing it in the house and you are using it to cook.
If he is using it to cook, then he will know it. But I'm saying like things like, if sometimes it's the wife that used to buy the grocery store. The wife is buying the grocery store.
But we are both using it in the house.
If you both are involved, then he will not ask you. But for him to ask you, it means that you are both not involved in the first place.
No, I don't agree. Okay, something like, for example, let's say soap we are using to wash plates. Maybe I'm the one that goes grocery shopping once a month and I buy all the things and everything. The soap we are using is blue. Like the soap we're using to wash plates is blue. It's from a particular brand. Let's say Dawn. You now go and buy, and let's say I'm the kind of person that is particular about the soap we use.
I don't agree with you. That one I don't even agree with you, because it takes someone that is very particular. Like I said, did I buy soap? Yes. Because I don't buy blue soap, you are.
No, that's
you
just an example.
Fight me.
No, that's an example. It's just like saying
this whole thing is, if for like I said, let me take a step back. If you do it like for the first few times, that's fine. I think the only problem comes when the 10th year of marriage, you are doing the same thing.
You would have packed us by the 10th year of marriage.
But like the first few times that you do it, I think I will be graceful. Let's be very honest. There's no way you buy the same thing over and over again, and when you go to the store, it won't stick. But if I now say, we've been using blue soap, are you blind? Have you not been using blue soap with us? I won't do that. I feel like I will give grace, because again, see, pick your battles. Those are very, very minute things in the whole scheme of things.
That's why I said that one is a very practical. I was just saying it like as a general, but for things that you use, you don't even have to buy it together. I don't even agree with that one. You don't even have to buy it together. Something like rice now. This rice we are using, it's not only me that is cooking rice, you're cooking rice too. Even when you open the cupboard of where groceries are, you will see the rice and you now buy a different brand.
And he goes to the store and it's like, oh, I did not see that brand.
Yeah, if you do not see, that's fine.
Or maybe it's like, oh, it's rice and this one looks good, I buy it. You
buy it. When do you eat it that you're buying it? When do you eat
those
it
are small things. If it's something that you know,
no. What I'm trying to say that like, sometimes that's weaponized incompetence. No, that's where I was going to with my beginning of my story, Seth. Okay. I was going to the aspect of weaponized incompetence about when somebody does something to you repeated, and it's like, if it's repeatedly, so that you different. Can now do so just like the thing people were doing to your mom of you be cutting the onion so that she was saying, if I go, let me cut it by myself. So that's the weaponized incompetence of
if I don't do this thing, you're not going to buy it yourself because
I know that if I send you this message now you will do something wrong and I'll be mad at you. I'll be like, if I don't even worry, I'm not even going to send you again. I will not do myself.
So it all goes back.
You now be piling on that person like, I'm the only one doing this thing. I don't have help. I don't have this. I don't have that.
It all goes back to the place of love, because at the end of the day, right? It's like, if I know, you know your partner. Do you get? There are some people that I will not say this again. But there are some people that when they do something, you know that they are doing it from just exactly what you said. You know, right? Like it tracks to this person just does things nonchalantly. This person just does things to tick out box, not because he's doing it because we really need it. But you also know when your partner is a loving person and is actually honestly asking you, can you remind me the brand that we buy?
Yeah, for sure.
You know your partner. So if my partner is saying, guy, I beg, I'm in this store and I'm looking at 5 brands, help me out. Of course, I will help you out. I will send you pictures. However, if the track record has shown that this guy is just, some people just do things nonchalantly because let me shall do it so that she will not say that I don't buy anything. That one is a different scenario. That one is a different conversation. But if my partner that I know that, even if I don't tell this guy, he picks up stuff from the store and bring home, I will not be angry with you. If you like, ask me. I won't be angry. I will tell you. I will even yab you and say, and now what for you?
So they asked the first time. They asked the second time. The third time. When you now have a conversation.
I did not marry a dumb guy. I didn't marry a dumb guy. You're not dumb to keep asking me the same question about the same brand all the time.
Baby, like, are you okay?
So, but for real though, like, I honestly really hope that at least we all have like very, very kind and loving partners. It's very, very important.
It is though, because like you said, choose your battles, but there's some battles that we still fight. Like, again, that's the thing about knowing who your partner is, right? If you know that your partner is particular about certain things, like, I like this thing this way, and you keep on doing it a different way, that will be and the funny thing about it is now when you now start hearing stories of not divorce, God forbid, nobody's divorcing, but like when you now start hearing some stories, even just generally when you read online and everything, like like the toothpaste one now, like somebody's pressing from the bottom, somebody's pressing it from the top or whatever. There are things like that sometimes it might be a combination of the different things you didn't do for your partner, and then it all just boiled down to you press the toothpaste from here instead of here.
Resentment builds up very, very fast.
Like, I hate you, that kind of thing. So
resentment builds up, and that's why communication is very important. And I also do this with my friend. Like, if you do something that I feel like I don't like, I prefer to just say, because I know if I don't say it, I will resent.
You have it in your heart.
And we are human beings.
Yeah.
So there's no point now smiling to you, but deep in my heart, I'll be like, now, wow, that time that you did not do this for me. Like, just say it and clear it out. And and I feel like one thing that we always forget is these are like two strange, not too strange, but yeah, they're two strange people
strangers
that meet themselves.
That grew up differently.
That grew up differently, and it will take time to know each other. So whatever we talk about today, even if you talk about it today, tomorrow, next year, you're not talking about that same thing again, because now you've known each other for that thing.
Yeah.
So you continue to grow and grow and grow, but a lot of times it's like I want my partner to know me today. I want my partner to know me tomorrow.
It's not possible, and
it's not.
Even there was something that the pastor said one time when we were doing like this counseling, and he mentioned that there are still certain things, because I think he's married to his wife now for 15 years, and he was like, there are still certain things he's finding out about his wife, and he was like, there was something that he found, not like found out per se, but like when you find, not like found out like, oh, but you just clicked in your head that you just eye opener like, oh, Ebu actually likes this thing and she doesn't like this thing. Like, how am I just figuring it out? So that was one thing that he said, that there is no way, like you can never figure out at your partner in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Like God give us, God tarry, God give us life, 40 years, right? So
anyway,
a lot of things that. So yeah. I think the whole thing boils down to when there's love. My dad used to say it when we were younger. when he was teaching us to share, he would say, when there is love, 1,000 people can share the leg of a cockroach. And you just look at it like, what are you saying, this man? But it's actually true, because when there is truly love, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you will be able to share within yourself, and you'll be able to give of yourself as well. Things will not freak you out, things that you might not take personally. You just be like, okay, like, let me do it for you, let me do it. So even when you see all these conversations online of, oh, what do you bring to the table?
I think I don't Paul listens to this podcast. There was one day myself Paul and Kim, we had a 6-hour call again. I do not recommend, but like, we're just having general conversation, and I was like, if any guy asks me, what do you bring to the table, it cannot conversation cannot go further than that. Because by the time you start asking me because you're already thinking, okay, so what do you bring, what can I bring? We are already entering a transactional
relationship.
I'm like, nah, let's not do that. But yeah, well, we've I don't know how we got to advising people about their love life, but this was supposed to be a Mother's Day conversation.
So people about their love. We're not advising people about their. We're just advising people generally.
We're talking generally. Actually, our
terms
perspectives
on
love relationships. Actually, not just like love relationships.
I think when people listen to this episode, they realize that on this one we did not agree. You must remember the brand, because it's not today that you are living in this house. But yeah. So
I think for today's dose of EO, we can do shout outs. I want to shout out to my mother, who has never listened to one episode of this podcast. So might never hear it, but oh well. Other people that will listen will hear it. I just want to say shout out to my mother.
Shout out to my mother. I'll give you backup. Sing. Shout out to my mother,
who has been an impactful person in my life. I feel like a lot of what I am now is like, you pick things we don't know, but we pick things from our parents. We pick things from how we grew up. There are some things that I say now that I've just heard my mother say over and over again. In fact, most of the Yoruba adage that I know now is what I've heard from my mom, or from at least people around me. So shout out to her. Again, when you grow older, you now start to realize a lot of sacrifices that your parents made. I remember, like, my mom is so industrious. Like, she will make, till today, she will literally make pap from the scratch, like soak the corn and all of that.
Are you serious?
I don't think I'll ever get to that stage, but like, that's just to show how, like, she would make soya. That when we're younger, she would make soya beans. She would make wara. What's wara in English again, Steph?
I don't know.
Tofu. She'll make tofu from the scratch. She would make, that time we'll make zobo, we'll make coconut candy thing. Like, we were, I know
we made a lot of things. Suya. We roasted corn.
We had like corn. The charcoal.
We roasted them. Charcoal.
This thing. So we'll fan it. You know, like a lot of things that my mom was like anti-buy food outside. So we would literally almost do everything like in the house. And then she was so creative as to, like, again, like, you know, you have to just keep thinking of, what would these children eat all the time? So yes, shout out to her. And like, I think I was sharing a story yesterday of how when I was in Abuja, and she was like, "Ebun, pack your things and come back home." Coconut heard me. I was like, "No, I will not." The next time I go back to Abuja, I had a very ghastly accident, and she was still the same person that came to take care of me. And still today, she never said, "I told you so." So, shout out to you for believing in me. I'll take my mom and my daddy for believing in me, for being there, for hearing me out. I feel like the two people that I would most likely listen to first in my entire life are my parents. Like, if my parents say, that one that you did safe, makes sense. It hits deeper than, any other person. So thank you for all you do. And I pray that God continue to grant you good health. I pray that with long life, God will satisfy your children, and your children's children will surround your table. Amen. And, you live in greatness, you live in good health, you live in prosperity. Everything that your heart desires, the Lord will grant unto you by the special grace of God. So what about you?
Yes, so shout out to my mama as well. As you were talking, I just remembered that the funny thing is that there are some things that happen here, and I will call her and be like, "Mommy, does this thing make? Can you see what is happening?" Right? And even sometimes, even cooking some things, I'll be like, "See what I did?" Or anytime I cook anything, or like, she's always very excited. She's always like very excited about anything that is happening in our life. I think we've gotten to the point in our relationship now where we are just like, I'm sure if people even hear the way I even talk to her sometimes, they'll be like, because I'm like, "Mommy, how far?" Like we'll be gisting, like we'll even be yabbing herself that this woman. That's what I say. Once she's doing something anyhow, I'll be like, "This is a kitty woman." This is a kitty woman. You're not trying, no, things like that. So I think that just really, she has, I think a lot of my, how your parents say that they want you to be better than they were, that wherever they got to, they want you to go higher than that. And I think she's just an exemplary idea of that, because there are some things I'm like, okay, like this one, I will do it to another level, right? And all of that. So very supportive. I think she's one person that the world can be against you, and she has your back. Like, she will tell you, and sometimes too, she gets, all of them get their own, but she will tell you as it is that this is how some certain things should be. And she's also somebody that listens as well, right? So I just think my mothers are amazing people. My mother is an amazing person. I also want to shout out to my sister, who is a new mother. Hello, she's kind of person that I would say maybe she has not listened to this podcast. At least my mother has listened. I'm not sure she has listened, and if she has, like, I'm calling you out right now. But yeah, she's amazing. And I think first daughters too, like, I think they become mothers even before they are actually mothers.
Shout out to us. So
they become mothers before they're actually mothers, because they, like, we talked about it in the last, like, in the episode we recorded before this, but they break a lot of barriers for, like, the people who are coming behind them, right? So my sister Dami, like, there's some things that she will do that, when I need ginger to do something, she's one I'll call, like, I want to do this thing. She will just like, just do it, Jared. Don't do it. Hey, like, she's the kind of person I will call when I need, like, some specific, like, ginger, like, she's I always tell her that if I want to spend money rubbishly, like, when you want to spend money and you're not supposed to spend it, but you want to do it and you need that justification, she's one I'll call. It's like, girl, I want to spend this. It's like, just buy it, Jared. You came to this life to enjoy yourself, something like that. So, like, she's like the encourager. She's one that will say, okay, let's do this like this. She's a kind of community builder as well. Let's do something together. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. So, like, shout out to, like, so I just know that her children are going to enjoy. Like, I told her that I'm her first child. Like, don't be saying she's her first fruit. I'll be able to say. So all of us are our children. At the end of the day, like, the fact that you have to be like a child, but also be like the pace setter, I would say. Like, that's just very amazing. And I pick up a lot of things from people like my mother, my sister, from people that I admire, and also, like, shout out to everybody who is a mother figure, who is, even, is he what they call, is he anticipating to be a mother as well, and believing or trusting God to be a mother as well, right? Like, God is going to do so many amazing and wonderful things in your lives. The seeds that you have planted, the gardens that you have watered, God will allow it germinate, like, it will bear fruits. Like, you will see the reward of your labor. Every labor that you labor in love, that God will bless you. Amen. Like, your home is blessed because of you. Like, your children are blessed because of you. Your business is blessed. Like, everything that surrounds you is blessed because of you. And like, you will just have more reasons to celebrate, like, all of you in Jesus' name.
Amen. Quick one before you go. What's one trait that you think you got from your mom? Obviously, you have, like, a lot of traits, but, like, what's one distinct thing?
What's one distinct thing I got from my mother? I think is the fact that
It doesn't have to be anything serious. It can be something.
So when my mother was young, they used to call her Popo Jojo.
What does that mean? She was fat. Okay.
I got it from her. She's one. So anytime I add weight, I'm like, you see what you've done to me now, Popo Jojo. You see what you've done to me. But yeah, no. I think actually, like, my mother has this way of, like, she knows, you know, when somebody looks soft on the outside, like somebody is soft, but when they don't take rubbish, they don't take it. Like when she, like, there's sometimes that my mother does something and I'm like my mom is like when that is like, oh, you think you soft, maybe you can walk over her and everything, but you can't. She just be like, no. Especially when in our business, when all these boys, you know, all these boys that used to drink and everything, they'll be like, no, I don't have it. Like, go. And I'll be like, this woman, you look softer, but when you are giving it to them, yeah. So I think I actually took that thing from her, because a lot of people say, I always say that, when people say I'm nice, I don't believe I'm nice, because in a way I think I'm not really nice, but people do say I am.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I have this look of, oh, like, you think you can walk over me, or like you think I'm soft or something and you can push my buttons, but it's like, if I don't really want that, like, no, you can't really do that to me. So I think I got that trait from her. What about you?
I would say
you got your stature from your mom.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Yeah, well, yeah, I did actually. Yeah. Maybe I'm gonna look for like a coat. I remember there was one time she was wearing like short gown in one of our old school pictures. I want to go and look for that picture again and put side by side with some of the clothes that she said that she does not like me wearing. So that she will see that she did it first. But anyway, I was going to say I walk really fast. I got it from my mom. Oh my God. Even till now, my mom will walk faster than I do. So when people say, Ebu, the funny thing is, I did not know it was a thing until like when people actually started pointing it out that, Ebu, you walk so fast. I got it from my mom. And also, like, my mom is very no nonsense. Like, she does not look not no nonsense. So she looks it that she doesn't.
Wait, no, you say she looks no nonsense and she's no nonsense, or she doesn't look no nonsense?
She looks no nonsense and she's no nonsense.
Okay.
So like, so I think one thing I really like got from her and I admire about her is when she says no, she means no. And everybody knows that she means no. So she's not that kind of person that she will mean no.
You can press her and she will switch up.
Yeah, that she will mean no, and then maybe at the back she will not gonna mean yes, no. Like my mom's no means no. She's very, very principled. If my mom says, my mom has one principle, she will, when we're younger, she will not buy you ashwebi because she thought it wasn't a good use of her money when she had other things to use her money for. Till today. So I was talking to her last week and I was talking about someone that was doing wedding. I was like, they don't bring ashwebi come inside. They say, no, they cannot bring ashwebi come inside. Because everybody just know that this is this woman's principle. So when you know that, oh, this is who this woman is, then you know how to move around her. So yeah, that's one thing that I hope that I got from her, but I think I do. So yeah. Alrighty.
Okay, this brings us to the end of our Mother's Day episode. Shout out to all the mothers, all the mother figures. Shout out to the fathers and the husbands,
fathers of the mothers and the
father
wives,
figures, and the people that do everything to support the mothers as well, right? Like, everybody is to be celebrated today.
Yep.
So we talked about mothers today. Fathers, don't worry, your own will come too.
As in, don't worry, next month. Stay tuned.
But yeah,
do
this
all
was
the
a
right
great
stuff.
one.
Don't forget to share to your. Okay, wait first. Send to your moms. Please,
Send to your
today's
sisters.
okay. Well, but by the time this thing
Still
comes
send
out
it to your mother.
No, like I wanted to say that, you know, do something really nice for your mom. But by the time this one comes out, still
so
sweet,
this is a shout out to you. If this is a call out to you. If you didn't do anything for your mom or Mother's Day, as you're listening to this episode, do something for your mom.
Write something
for your sister.
something nice.
Do something for your daughter.
About your mom. Write her
for your grandmother.
Call
too.
her.
Your
grandmothers. So anyway,
all right.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.